Hello, today it is February 13 and it is
A Saturday, not a Friday, so it's not unlucky.
and it is exactly 9 months since I arrived Alaska. Choo! And this is Thomas
Hello.
from Netherlands.
From the Netherlands, yes. So now I'm going to be famous on the famous blog mymotorcycleadventure.com. It's a very big moment for me.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Where did you start your trip?
I started in Canada. I would have liked to start in Alaska as well, like Yaule. And yeah, but it was winter when I started. I didn't really think about that. So I started in Vancouver and I drove down to Uruguay, which took me about a year. And then I had a break of half a year in the Netherlands to work, earn some more money. And then about 3 weeks ago I continued. And now we are getting really close to Ushuaia.
So do you have Canadian plates on your bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the motorcycle there.
KLR 2005.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Working close to perfectly.
Close is a very relative term. It recently started making noises that I'm not sure about what they mean. Probably a problem with the exhaust. But it's only about 1,200 kilometers more to Ushuaia, so I'm pretty sure it will make it. And yeah, well, yeah, it'll make it. I hope it makes the way back up again as well to Buenos Aires or Montevideo, so I can sell it. I have someone that wants to buy it in Montevideo, probably. Yeah, otherwise, I'll just ride it into the ocean and then take a bus back.
But do you sell it to a guy from Canada then, or because it can never been used in Argentina with the Canadian plates?
No, I know a guy that wants to buy it without the official paperwork.
Okay.
So he doesn't care. So I'm like, officially I'm not selling it, and it will still have the Canadian plates, and it will not be officially imported.
Yeah.
But the guy that I'm selling it to can resell it to people that live on the countryside, and there's not really any police, and they don't care if they have like a legal bike. They don't give a shit. Yeah. So. Fine.
So I met this guy for 3 days ago when he was looking for a place to stay. I find a hostel not too far away, and you stay in a tent.
Yeah, I rented a tent. I have my own tent as well, but it's not waterproof and it was raining. So I rented a better tent and stayed there. Yeah.
And then I met him again yesterday by the road. I was heading for the direction of Chile Chico to do the border crossing there, but you wanted to do another border crossing?
Yeah, and I told you were going the wrong way, because Ushuaia was to the south, you were going north. But yeah, I was
A
doing
small detour.
Yeah, I was doing a border crossing a bit more south.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then today we met again for the third time. We meet for the third time. We have to spend at least one night together in hospedaje. That's how it works. It's a law of traveling.
How did your trip ended yesterday? I think it was a little bit welding.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Yeah, so my border crossing that was a little bit to the south. That was a pretty rough crossing. It was only dirt and it was raining. And then at one point I was going at about 60 k's an hour, and then I thought I saw some mud, and mud's fine. You can ride through it, but as I rode over it, it apparently wasn't mud, and I noticed that it wasn't mud because my back wheel suddenly started slipping violently because it was so slippery. It wasn't mud, it was clay, really hard clay that was wet with rain. So I crashed pretty hard, fucked up my panniers, so I had to drive very slowly for about 15 kilometers to the closest town. where I came into a hospedaje and people were really nice, helped me very well. And I called in a welder, so within an hour of within arriving there, a welder showed up, a Bolivian welder, which is great. So I have a lot of faith in Bolivian welders. It's the third time a Bolivian has welded my bike. And a Bolivian welder in Chile, for fuck's sake, welded my bike back together, and it's all good. So yeah, this morning I started driving again, and then we met again on the road.
Perfect. We are probably going to ride at least for a couple of hours together tomorrow, and then we split, go in two different directions,
Yeah.
see what's happening. Maybe we'll meet down in Ushuaia
Yeah,
next week, or
fairly likely,
yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Okay. Ciao.
Ciao.